So when I was younger, I had a really bad habit of telling people that I was telling my classmates that I was related to famous people. I was bullied a lot, and I thought that by associating myself with these people that I admired, I would be admired. It wasn't really great logic. I wouldn't suggest it, but I still did it. With that being said, this is my dad, Woody Harrelson. Obviously not, but one could dream. You probably recognize him from from more recently from films like Zombieland 1 and 2, where he plays Tallahassee, or from the Hunger Games series, where he plays Haymitch. He was also in a lot of other really great films like the Planet of the Apes and Now You See Me. He's actually in a lot of really great films and plays a lot of very different characters, but I don't really have, I would be up here for hours. So I want to focus more on the person behind these roles, and I'm hoping by the end of the speech you'll be able to also recount some of these facts about Woody Harrelson. So what some people might not know is Woody Harrelson is actually in not one but two bands by the name of Manly Moondog and the other Three Cool Hats, cool with a K. And now, what would somebody who is an A-list celebrity by day and a band member by night be missing from his life? And the answer to that is an oxygen bar. Woody Harrelson is actually the proud owner of an oxygen bar. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's literally you show up and get hooked up to oxygen and you get to pick your flavors, and it's supposed to be like elite oxygen that makes you better, I guess. I don't really understand it. When you're rich, you don't have to, so. And as you can imagine, this is a lot for one man. So in 1991, he decided he needed to get away from Hollywood for a while. And so what did he do? He traveled to Kenya and lived in a tent for several weeks. I don't know what he did to keep entertained, but I'm sure he had a really great time. Another thing that I find super interesting about him is where he actually comes from. His father was actually a hitman / assassin for the mafia, who abandoned Woody and his mother in 1968. It wasn't until a judge was murdered in 1981 that his father was arrested for, that he heard his father's name on the radio and was like, oh, that's my dad. There's actually a lot of conspiracy theories that his father was connected with the JFK assassination, but there are also a lot of conspiracy theories that lizard people are running government, so I don't know how accurate these are. Now, in a lot of these films, if you guys are aware of them, he plays a very badass, like rugged character a majority of the time, like no nonsense type. And you would think with his father's history that he would be fairly similar to these characters. However, Woody would describe himself as a happy hippie who actually follows a very strict vegan diet. In fact, in the Zombieland films, all the Twinkies that he ate were actually made out of cornmeal, or the one Twinkie he ate was actually made out of cornmeal to go with his diet. And he's obviously not like his father, but he has had his own run-ins with the law. And for example, a lumber CEO had stated that he who has the gold makes the rules, and Woody did not stand for that. It made him very upset. So what did he do? He climbed the Golden Gate Bridge, and hung his own sign that said, "Aren't ancient redwoods more valuable than gold?" and was arrested, but still made his point. And along with that, in 1996, in Kentucky, he planted 4 hemp seeds into the ground because he resented that Kentucky wouldn't acknowledge that hemp and marijuana were different. And after doing this, he actually called the authorities on himself and a cameraman and was arrested. But he was a very good sport about it because he spent that night in jail signing autographs and taking photos with all of the police officers who had arrested him. And in conclusion, not only is Woody Harrelson an amazing actor, he's also a band member, the proud owner of an oxygen bar, the descendant of an assassin, and somebody who is not afraid to do what he wants and stick up for what he believes in. Thank you.